Question number 2, how did we get our Bible? Dr. Dwyer.
Well, the Bible is the greatest of all books. It is so incredibly profound in its truth claims to challenge the most brilliant minds of history, and yet simple enough that children love its stories and characters. But how did we come into possession of such a book? That process by which the Bible was given to us in written form is called the communication process, and it can be summarized under the following headings. First of all, there's revelation and inspiration. Revelation is the act of God to reveal His truth to the receptive minds of the writers. And inspiration is the special act of God the Holy Spirit to record and write that which God revealed. The second step is transmission. Transmission is the copying of the original writings of what God revealed and inspired the writers to record. The third step is translation. Translation is the translation of the original source languages of the Bible into receptor languages as desired. And then there's preservation. Preservation is the providential acts of God in preserving His inspired word for all generations. His word is preserved in copies of the original writings and in accurate translations of those text and desired receptor languages.
Dr. Marbury.
Modern believers have the Bible because God has taken the initiative to give it to us and to preserve it for us. God first took the initiative in revealing Himself to mankind in several different ways. The Bible is not a collection of man's ideas about God. It is the written record of what God has revealed about Himself. The Bible is also an example of God's revelation in the sense that God uses the written word to reveal Himself to mankind. In the second place, God took the initiative to inspire the Bible so that believers of all generations might have confidence in the Bibles they read. God did not use angels or other supernatural beings to produce the Bible. He used human authors who worked under the leadership and guidance of the Holy Spirit. God did not destroy the freedom of those authors. They were not merely scribes or secretaries. The Holy Spirit preserved these authors, these human authors, from all error and omission. The result is that they produced inspired documents that are at the same time the words of a human author and the words of God. During the early years, these inspired documents were copied by hand. In later years, they have been printed and widely distributed. And since the earliest days of the church, the Bible has been translated into many different languages by believers committed to presenting accurately the message that God has committed to us.